My guest tonight is an Olympic and world champion hurdler with a world record in an event that might surprise you. Would you please welcome Sally Pearson? Welcome. I'm so excited to have you on the show. I'm so wrapped. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Now, this is your first interview after you had to pull out of the Commonwealth Games with an injury. Going into those games, you promised Russell Crowe on Twitter that you were going to win.
Yeah.
What was worse, not competing or disappointing Rusty?
Oh, that's a hard one, actually, because I do like Russell Crowe. I don't want to let him down. He's a major star and you want to sort of show off, I guess.
And I hear he bears a grudge too. That's just what I heard.
No, that's even better. I haven't even met him before and he's already got a grudge against me. No, it's hugely disappointing. I suppose for me, Commonwealth Games was going to be the ultimate, running in your home crowd as the favourite, going to win gold. I was going to win gold no matter what, and the body takes over and decides that you're not going to do it anymore. So, yeah.
So what's that like? What does that do for your relationship with your body? Your body is the tool of your trade.
Oh, yeah. And
you must get angry at your body when it lets you down.
You do. You give it a little bit of a, you know, how dare you do this to me? And it's hard also because I'm my own coach. So I've got my coach hat, my athlete hat, and then my body. And it's kind of hard to listen to all of them at once. And so afterwards, it took me a long time to really accept that it had happened. And I live on the Gold Coast, so I drive past that stadium almost every day. So I'm like, that's a stadium I didn't get to run in. So it's disappointing, and I still don't think that I've completely overcome it, to be honest, mentally.
So the coach part of you told the runner part of you to chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does that work? You are your own coach.
Yes.
How does that work? Because normally it's another person altogether,
yes.
in my experience.
Usually.
So how does that...
In your experience?
In my experience.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about my Olympic career another time. But how does it work? Are you like, what are my legs, steel springs, what are they going to do? Like, how do you... Surely at some point you need someone to tell you when you're doing it wrong. It's
literally me, myself and I'm out there, and when I'm training, the physical part is the athlete. And so after each rep, the coach's head comes on, and then it decides whether I do another rep or if I can finish there, or then my body takes over and says, oh, but I'm dying here, please give me a break. So yeah, it's a juggling act, but at the same time, it's something, I love it. It's fantastic. It's fun in a way.
Are there any times where the athlete, one of you, really just wants to stay in bed and the coach is saying, get your ass out of bed and run?
No. I think some people think that, but we're elite athletes. This is what we love to do. It's like, I don't know if you ever get the experience, like you love doing what you do, don't you?
And I'm an elite competitor. Yeah.
Of course, I mean, every week you are. But it's just like saying you can't work anymore. You can't be on TV. You can't be a comedian. You can't be in front of the crowd. Like for me, that's exactly the same. I want to be out there training. I want to be being out there competing. It's what we do. It's our passion. It's our career. And I think some people forget that. They think it's just a hobby, but it's actually our job and something that we love to do.
Now, you've got a bandage on your wrist.
Yeah.
I've got to say that's quite high for an Achilles injury. Why is your wrist bandaged?
Well, 3 years ago I had a spectacular fall in Rome and broke my wrist. But last week I got my plates and screws taken out of my wrist. So just sort of bandaged up for that. There's no broken bones. I'm good. It's just the stitches are there. And I didn't want to show them on TV today. So
I appreciate that, because I would probably get nauseous. Now, we actually have footage of the incident.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch it, but the audience does.
Okay.
I'm really sorry you had to hear that. And so the question I have to ask is someone as clumsy as yourself, should you be jumping over hurdles? Is that really the best sport?
I'm not usually clumsy, that's why I choose these events. It just so happens that I do it in a major race on TV in front of people, and then they think, oh, she's clumsy. But I'm actually I'm not really that clumsy usually. You've
had comebacks before. You came back from injury to win the World Championships in London. We actually have that race.
I like watching that one.
Let's watch that one.
This is going to be so close on the line. Sally Pearson's got it. Could you believe it? Sally Pearson, Olympic champion.
Now, this footage is incredible. The camera really captures your reaction there. You're saying, oh my God. Oh my God. Now, So there's a couple of things that I'm fascinated with.
Yeah.
I've never heard you say that you're not going to win. And even now, you said I would have won in the Commonwealth Games. But you did seem at least amazed at yourself for winning.
I think it's just when I'm an athlete and I'm competing and I'm going through the rounds, I'm quite serious and focused. Inside, I'm probably the most at peace I've ever been is when I'm competing. But on the outside, it's like you've got to hold your poker face in front of your competitors. Although 3 weeks out of those World Championships, I knew I was going to win. I think it's some sort of belief that you can have that it comes across arrogant, I guess, but you kind of have to be arrogant to do that job. You have to almost believe that no one else in the world has trained as hard as you have to be in that position. No one's come back from what I've come back from in this race. You almost got to disregard everyone else's ability, even though you have a world record holder next to you. You're still going to beat them no matter what. So I think if you can have that into a major race, you so deep down believe in yourself that no one else can beat you.
Now, your personal best for the 100-metre hurdles is?
12:28.
12:28. That is not a lot of time.
No.
What goes through your head for those 12.28 seconds? It has to be more than run, run, jump, run, run, jump, run, run, jump, run, 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 win at the end.
Well,
what do you have a script? Do you follow a mantra for the whole time?
Most definitely. Well, you don't follow a mantra, but I can remember exactly what I was thinking over the first 5 hurdles, and it's not run, run, jump. It's run over the hurdles. You don't jump. It's a banned word in hurdles, just so you know.
Oh no, I need to jump.
Time, yeah.
Like it really, it's a.
Well, if you're going to be an Olympic athlete, you got to run over the hurdles, not jump. So
It's very hard to hear it this way. You're very casual, but I don't think I've got it. But
you start. Okay, you're thinking you're in the blocks and you're just focusing. You just. I think it's more of a feel in the blocks and you're getting your heart rate up, just listening for that gun. Because I have one of the fastest starts in the world, reaction time-wise. And so I got out of the blocks, I'm like, oh, that's a good start, The world record holder is literally stride for stride next to me. Okay, first hurdle, oh, she hit the first hurdle. Oh, second hurdle, she hit it again. You're not hitting hurdles, she is. Just keep running, you're in front, keep going, keep pushing. Fourth hurdle, I was ahead. I'm just go and keep running, get over the hurdles. And I could see her going backwards and I'm just going forwards. I'm like, just keep going. And then I got over the last hurdle and I could see Dawn Harper in lane 7 on the corner of my eye. And I'm like, it had to be her, obviously, because we always seem to get first and second in all the major races that we run. And like, it just has to be her. Of course, isn't like, just dive that line because I know that she can come back really strong. So I'm just focusing on getting to that finish line first. And you can probably see me like reaching for that line because she's just coming up quickly on my outside.
That's amazing. I wish I could hear this as the commentary. Bruce McAvaney is good, but that would be so much better. Now, I've got to say, when you won Olympic gold in 2012, that was the first gold medal for the women's track team since Cathy Freeman.
Yes.
But you met her when you were 13.
Yes.
And so where did you meet her?
They were opening Coorong Cove Resort on the Gold Coast, and I'm like, Mum, it's Cathy Freeman over there. And she's like, just go and ask her for an autograph. I'm like, no, I can't do that, because she was just sitting there with her family. I was like, I'll just let her go. And then all of a sudden she started walking. I'm like, I don't usually get autographs, and I don't want autographs, but it was only chance, it was an excuse to go up and ask for her to be next to her. I wanted to be in her aura. I wanted to feel what she was like and sort of get a feeling of what it was like to be an elite athlete who was going to be winning gold medal in Sydney. So that was a special moment for me, just to stand next to her. I got an autograph, but I don't even know what happened to the autograph because I still have the photo and that's all I cared about. Have
you met a 13-year-old girl runner that you think, no, you're going to be the next Sally Pearson?
Not so much younger athletes, but I've met a few young athletes on the Commonwealth Games team this year. And sort of they're 17, 18 years of age, and I think it's more of a personality thing that you get first, rather than their talent so much. It's more about how they are as a person, and you can see like their competitive side. And sometimes they're not the friendliest athletes because they don't mean to not be that friendly, but it's more that they're so fierce and intense because they want to be good so badly that there's nothing going to stand in their way. So if you can see that in an athlete, then you know that they're going to be on the right path to something great.
Now, you don't hold the world record for the 100-metre hurdles currently, but you do hold a world record.
Yes.
Do you mind telling everyone what sport you hold the world record for?
Well, I got this call from Guinness World Records, and they asked me if I would like to do the egg and spoon race. And I'm like, any chance to be a world record holder, why not? That was cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. So what is your world record for the egg and spoon race?
I think it's like 16.95.
It's 16:59.
59, there you go.
16:59. Now, unfortunately, because of your wrist, you're not at peak egg holding form for an egg and spoon race. You could try, but instead, we are going to attempt a world record.
Yeah.
I've mapped a 100-metre course around the ABC here. So competing with me tonight for the egg and spoon world record is going to be Tom and Kitty, ladies and gentlemen. You will be our official starter and timer.
All right. You ready, guys? You stretched and warmed up?
Yeah, we
this
feel
is serious. This is serious. Okay.
The time to beat is 16.59 seconds. Easy.
On your marks. Set. Go!
Bill Shorten has locked a future Labor government into a $20 billion tax hike for medium-sized companies.
So I've got to ask, the world record is 16.59. How did we do?
Well, a little bit slower, but not by much. You did 56.72.
Oh, wow, thanks. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please thank Sally Pearson!